Hello, everyone. I know I've let some down out there. Some had expected me back. And I'm going to explain a little bit where I'm at today and how this process worked with me. And I'm going to do it in short because, of course, I'm late for work again. Thought I had it covered, the shift covered, but my son failed to tell me he wasn't going to be at work today, so I have to go in. But how, it's my whole life. I've taken, and I'm going to describe it maybe as like I've taken in data my whole life. I've taken in information my whole life. Through experience and studies, and however it is, we take in information through our mind. And as I've told you, I ate the book up because I heard the good in there. And I understand now it was always... There's so much, when you finally understand, you see everything. You understand why you went through, what caused it. And so that's why it's so hard for me to explain things to people. And I've told you that I have experiences and, parts of my testimony I want to share that I haven't shared yet. And it's like this. After experiencing everything, I'm eating up the book. And when revelation or the epiphanies? When the understanding of the scriptures began to be given to me. See, I have this data in me. The scriptures is in me. Among other things, but the scriptures, I had eaten them up. So when the understanding came, automatically all these scriptures, when it was unlocked, all these things that is already in myself is made clear within me. And it's so hard to explain. If you've been through it, if you are one, you will know what I mean. So when this scripture was unlocked, it fits all these other scriptures together clearly and in fullness. And then you take, there's some days more is revealed. And it's only these last few months that all of this revelation understanding is being given and putting these things rightly inside me. And you get stronger and stronger. Because as you understand the scriptures, more and more begins to be understood. And as you understand, the false is washed away. And when the false is washed away, now I'm at the point now when I go to read the Greek, I do not read straight from the King James anymore because I know the error. And I will go into that. That is where you get the denominations in religion is going by the written letter. I learn by the error in it, but I go beyond it. Those who have the Spirit will see beyond what was written. But if you're only looking to that written error, where things was taken out, you're missing pieces. And you're also having pieces that was added that didn't belong. There are scriptures that totally say something different than what was written in the Greek and in the Spirit. So, when you get It's so hard to explain. But just because, like, when the understanding first came, you understand certain things. But there's more that you need to know before you begin to speak these things. Just because I understand this scripture, don't mean this one, I know this in the fullness. So this is why I haven't come yet. A long time ago, I was told I didn't know nothing, and I needed to wait till I understood. And then even when understanding came, I understood that I needed to fully understand before I speak. I can't explain right now these things to people. It is the finishing of me, the making me ready to open my mouth. I do want to try to explain. It was inspired speakers, the inspirited, those who, not a voice, those who was inspired within their mind. They are inspired in spirit of the Spirit. They received the things of the Spirit, the understanding of the Spirit. Those who wrote the things. Perhaps there was some who, if they was along with those inspired speakers, perhaps they did write correctly. I don't know where exactly all of the misunderstanding, the error in the word come from. I don't understand. But perhaps it was even ordained, actually, because had it not been for the error, I would not have been able to see the difference. It was because there was error that I was able to learn from the error. And now that I am brung to the point where I am, when I read or when I hear something, I automatically know much. There's still things I have to learn. But it is so hard to explain the things of the Spirit. Okay, I just had a phone call. He's waiting for me to get to work. Those who have the Spirit, they will see these same things. And actually, I can't speak for how it happens with anyone else, only how it's happened with me. But now I go, to the Greek and I read. And you hear, the more carnal you put off, the more clear you hear the Spirit. Because it's the Spirit that is in there, that is in what had been inspired in the prophets. It is the Spirit that testifies with the Spirit within us, and that's how it works. But when they only look to the letter has been corrupted. And because they're missing these pieces, and some pieces have been added too, they can never receive the fullness. They can never come to understand the fullness because they will not see the error. And as long as you do not see the error, you have carnal blocking you from the fullness of the Spirit. Perhaps it was all ordained. That's what I just said a second ago, though, because it was through that air that I was able to see. If we did not have darkness, how would we see light? How would we know the difference? How would, And when you put off the carnal and the carnal letter, I mean, I have so many things to show you, and I can't until, I mean, I know I'm ready now to do this, but it's just so much to give, so much that I've taken in, and but those who have the Christ, who have the Spirit testifies, and those who have it will hear me now. Those who have the Spirit will hear me because they've been through these things. It is not of flesh and it is not of letters of man. That is not the Spirit. You know, I've made many videos the last months and said so much in them, so much that really I want to share, but I don't know how to use my video editor yet, which I'm going to have one of my children, maybe, I know my daughter uses hers a lot, and I'm going to see if she can show me how to cut and splice, because some videos, I mean, they will be, I will say things that need to be said, but I'll kind of be unsure of something, so it won't come out right. So I just don't post it at all, because, you know, I don't know how to take that little part out. I have my tablet, I've deleted some of my videos, and, you know, I have some still stored on my tablet, but I'm hoping to, you know, have her show me how to do that, so I can post them. There's a gospel that most have never heard. And when the more the carnal you put off, the more clear you see the things of the Spirit. And you hear so much. And it is the Spirit that will teach you. The Spirit draws you, and the Spirit teaches you. Not man, not letters of man. There's many who gather themselves, students here on YouTube, and, you know, many gathering to themselves, teachers. And these teachers are teaching you doctrines. They are teaching you their own understanding of the Scriptures. Because without the Spirit, that's what you have, is your own understanding. And those who tell you that there is no error in the letter, they don't have the Spirit, because those who have the Spirit knows the error of man. I have so many things to say, and when you hear the Spirit, you put off all carnal. You know to put off all carnal. And you're not looking to carnal, neither are you speaking of the things that's carnal. Like many of the teachers on YouTube, they're showing you everything in the world today. What's going on here, all this. I do not worry about the things that's going on in the world, because I trust in the things of the Spirit. And when you find what's been hidden from everyone for so long, that is all that you care about. Your only desire becomes that this is manifested, made known to others. It is the good news. I hope I made some kind of sense, because all I was really coming to say is I have the process of learning, the process of coming to understand all that I've taken in. Little by little, you come to understand until you understand greatly. And there's nothing hidden. There is no confusion. It becomes all spirit. There is no more war in your mind. There is no more wrestling of the scriptures. And the thing is, those who are of the Spirit, those who have heard the word that I am speaking of, the word of the inspired speakers. And yes, those are today too, because I am inspired and I will speak the things that the Spirit has inspired me to speak. Those are the children of the Father. And I believe that all has went through similar things that I have myself. Those whose hearts are true. Those who will seek after the truth, not out of fear, but because they want the truth. Because they want to speak the truth. The heart that truly wants the truth, those children belong to the Father. They have heard that word speak. I hope to be back soon. And I hope I made some kind of sense. But when you have so much all at once, it's really hard to know where to begin. But I am being made ready, and I know I really am ready. Because that one thing is, it is that carnal understanding of the scriptures that blocks you. It is what man has taught you that blocks you from the Spirit. Because what man has taught you is contrary to the Spirit. All that is wrestled in your mind is because man put it there. And you have to become as a child and forget and learn again. That's all I say for now. Have faith until you come to understand. Then there will be no more need of faith because you will know. Those who are knowing have no more need of faith because they know it. They are assured of it, just as I am assured. But faith is what will get you there, to the grace. The grace given to the sons of God. Much love to you all. Bye for now.